Boss, he's just a little excited.
I know. I'm going to use good judgment. I haven't lost my temper in 40 years. But, Pilgrim, you caused a lot of trouble this morning. Might have got somebody killed. And somebody ought to belt you in the mouth. But I won't. The hell I won't.
John Wayne juggles cattle ranching, fatherhood, and comedy in our next film, and you can watch it for free on the new free streaming app MoMeToo. From director Andrew McLaglen, this is 1963's McLintock. I'm Harry Marks. You can find me on TikTok at Lobby Intros, as the host of the classic film history channel Let's All Go to the Lobby. McLintock stars Wayne as G.W. McLintock, a soon-to-be divorced cattle baron living in the late 1800s. His wife, played by Maureen O'Hara, has left him, and his daughter Becky is off at college when homesteaders Devlin Dev Warren, along with his mother and sister, moved to town. Devlin and his mother soon secure jobs working for GW. Meanwhile, Becky arrives back in town with a new man in her life at the same time her mother re-enters the picture. And along for the train ride with Becky are 4 Comanche chiefs who have come to attend a hearing that will decide where they and their people get to live. McLintock is a comedy of misunderstandings and mismatches, with the tough guy Dev starting off at odds with the headstrong Becky, before it becomes clear that the two might have more in common than they realize. This film is more progressive than many of the westerns that came before it. Politically, Wayne was a conservative and a staunch anti-communist. He had been one of the chief architects of the Red Scare during the 1950s and had courted the ire of Stalin himself, who suggested that Wayne be assassinated for his views, even though the Soviet leader watched his movies. But McLintock, which was co-developed by John and produced by his son Michael, felt like a western written by someone with far more liberal views. For one, the Native Americans in the film were depicted with more dignity and respect than they'd gotten in other movies. Wayne actually hated how Native Americans had been portrayed previously, and he'd had much less creative control over those pictures. And McLintock was his way of evening things out. This is something of a surprise, considering Wayne's later remarks in a 1971 Playboy interview, in which he suggested American settlers were right in stealing their land as, quote, a matter of survival. He also called them selfish for keeping that land in the first place. McLintock also gave Wayne an opportunity to display his feelings on marital abuse, which he decried as wrong on both sides. Of course, there are a few times in the film where a woman is bent over a man's knee as she's spanked for her behavior or something she says. Maureen O'Hara wrote in her autobiography that the scene in which Wayne spanks her was not pantomimed or faked in any way. He really did wallop her, and her backside was bruised for days. But despite his hypocrisy, Wayne managed to put together a successful film, one that earned over $14 million at the box office. And you can watch it right now, starring John Wayne, Maureen O'Hara, Stephanie Powers, and Patrick Wayne, John's other son. From 1963 and director Andrew McLaglen, this is McLintock, now streaming for free on MoMeToo.